Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, the place simply known to some as the dawg. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At the 35, he's got room. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. 3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Off play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end. And he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20, 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On first down, here comes this offense. Trying to get to it. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll run play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to ride this running back. At the 40, there he goes. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Penn State 14, Florida State 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten to run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
A loss of 12.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snags it up the 30, still running. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fast motion from the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They'll run it from the gun. At the 45 on its way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Forced out of the pocket. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Quickly complete. Continues to fight for yards. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Penn State. Florida State, 14.
Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. He's got his man, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not...
And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the quick game. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to slam it in. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down.
We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a crease. It's Baxter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
He got it. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Leaves it with the running back. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the 2nd time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juke.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Gets it out fast. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the...
The offense will take over.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's going to let it go. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense. second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Wow, and that's another big play from this guy. We've seen him now dominate. He's been able to get pressure on the quarterback, and David, he's just been living in the opponent's backfield.
This dude is an animal. A couple of sacks, a couple of tackles for a loss, just putting his imprint on the game. In the pass game and the run game, you better know where he's at. You might want to think about putting at least 2 guys on him.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads quickly. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Feeling some heat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Unloads it left. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, going to the air. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He would not be denied.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. The defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They're trying to get to it. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of...
Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Strikes the blow. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now.
Got it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Getting some heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's loose. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.